The Dyatlov Pass Incident is one of the most mysterious events of the 20th century, intriguing historians, researchers, and enthusiasts for over 6 decades. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced skiers set out from Sverdlovsk, Russia, aiming to cross the Ural Mountains on a challenging expedition. Led by Igor Dyatlov, all members of the group were young university students, accustomed to extreme cold and trained in survival techniques for snowy conditions. The planned route was demanding, crossing mountainous and isolated terrain, but they were prepared and confident in their skills. During the first few days, the expedition went according to plan. Reports from colleagues and instructors indicated that the group maintained regular communication and demonstrated competence and discipline in their mountaineering practices. However, around the night of February 1st, something went terribly wrong. The group failed to return as scheduled, and when rescue teams arrived in the area weeks later, they found a scene that defied any logical explanation. The expedition's tent was cut open from the inside, as if the skiers had fled in panic, disregarding the extreme cold. In temperatures reaching 30 degrees, 22 degrees, they abandoned the tent partially dressed, without proper footwear or protective gear. The bodies were found scattered across nearby areas, some hundreds of meters from the tent, in positions suggesting disorientation or a desperate attempt to flee. Some were missing clothes, while others had severe internal injuries and deep bruises, similar to those caused by forces far greater than normal falls or impacts. Notably, some of the bodies showed abnormal levels of radiation, a detail that further deepened the mystery. The group's behavior raises a series of unsettling questions. Why would experienced individuals, accustomed to harsh environments, abandon their tent on such a freezing night? How are some bodies found in such difficult-to-reach locations? Why did they exhibit such unusual injuries, and in some cases signs of high-energy trauma, without corresponding external marks? There were no signs of struggle, animal attacks, or external invasion, making the case even more perplexing. Since then, numerous theories have emerged to explain what happened. The most widely accepted today is that of a small avalanche, which might have struck the tent and forced the group to flee in terror. However, experts argue that an avalanche does not fully account for the internal injuries, the dispersion of the bodies, or the presence of radiation. Another hypothesis involves secret military tests in the region, suggesting that experiments with explosives or weapons could have endangered the skiers. Some of the more speculative theories suggest encounters with UFOs, unknown creatures, or rare natural phenomena. Though there is no concrete evidence to support such claims, the Dyatlov Pass case has also been analyzed from a forensic perspective. Modern examinations attempt to understand the nature of the injuries, the pattern of body dispersal, and the environmental conditions that might have led to the group's irrational behavior. Each new analysis raises new questions, reinforcing the aura of mystery surrounding the incident. Despite decades of investigation, the event remains without a definitive explanation. Culturally, the case has gained worldwide recognition. It has become a symbol of unexplained disappearances in remote regions and has inspired documentaries, films, books, and podcasts. The combination of young, skilled explorers, a hostile environment, unusual deaths, and detailed records creates a narrative that blends fear, fascination, and disbelief. Researchers and enthusiasts continue to revisit every detail, attempting to reconstruct the expedition's final moments. But what truly happened that night in February 1959 still defies any conclusive interpretation. The Dyatlov Pass Incident has also fueled discussions about safety in mountaineering expeditions, preparedness in extreme conditions, and the need for stricter emergency protocols. It serves as a reminder that even with experience and training, unknown factors can endanger lives in unpredictable ways. The mix of unusual injuries, radiation, and irrational behavior continues to fuel theories, but none have provided complete answers. In summary, the Dyatlov Pass expedition remains an unsolved enigma more than 60 years later. 9 young skiers died under strange circumstances, with injuries that defy conventional explanations and behavior inconsistent with their experience in harsh environments. While the small avalanche theory is the most accepted among experts, it does not explain every detail. The case continues to intrigue, terrify, and fascinate the public, making it one of the greatest mysteries in human exploration and modern Russian history. The legacy of the Dyatlov Pass Incident is a blend of tragedy, mystery, and cultural fascination. It reminds us of human fragility in the face of unknown forces and the complexity of events that challenge logic and science. Despite decades of efforts to uncover the truth, the story of the 9 skiers remains open, a dark testament that not everything can be explained, even in a world where technology and human knowledge have reached extraordinary heights.